Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is your weekly love and romance reading for January 12th to the 18th. So let's get right into it with a full Celtic cross with a Tarot Mucha tarot deck, and then I'm going to clarify with the Romance Angels and the Whispers of Love Oracle cards. Just want to say quickly, thank you guys for all of the support and your subscribes and your likes. I appreciate it very much. You probably noticed now that there's commercials and things like that. So again, thank you so much for supporting me all the way up until this point, and I'm so happy to be here. Also, I've missed a few days just because it's been a new moon, and I really do love my new moon. So I took all my crystals, my jewelry, everything out into the new moon, and I left it, you know, soaking up that energy for 3 days, and then I brought it back in and I had to rearrange and all this stuff. So that, along with, you know, my own personal life and being busy, I am here now a little bit later, and the timing is a little bit off, but you know, we're gonna push through. So here we are with January 12th to the 18th. Love and romance for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the form of a Celtic cross. Can we please get a love and romance reading for my Pisces people, please? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of January 12th to the 18th in the form of a Celtic cross. Okay, as you guys know, when a card pops out, I'll show it to you. But if it pops out too soon in the shuffle, I'm going to show you the card, but I'm going to continue the shuffle. This is the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign, also about manifesting, being attractive, being outgoing, and confident. And then you've got the Nine of Wands at the bottom in love and romance, the Wounded Warrior card, a little bit defensive with your guard up, okay? So let's continue the shuffle. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of January 12th to the 18th. I feel like for Pisces, during these weeklies and the monthlies, I keep... Sometimes, like maybe once or twice, I picked up on the same energy possibly, but then it's kind of been all over the place. You know, with other signs, there's been a theme that often appears again and again. But with Pisces, it's been hopping all over the place. So let's see what we tap into today for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for January 12th to the 18th in love and romance, please, in the form of a Celtic cross. Okay, I'm going to end the shuffle now. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, for the week of January 12th to the 18th. January 12th to the 18th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for January 12th to the 18th. Can we get one card to pop out? If not, I will just start to guess. Okay, I'm going to stop. Alright. On the bottom, I have King of Swords. The situation, again, Queen of Wands. Okay. Challenge, King of Pentacles. Conscious, Seven of Swords. Foundation, Ten of Cups. Beautiful. Recent past, Eight of Cups. King of Cups in the recent future. You right now, Justice. Around you, Two of Swords. Hopes and fears, Four of Pentacles. Outcome, Nine of Swords. Okay. Don't worry, guys. It's only for the 12th to the 18th. Let's just take these different pieces apart and talk about it. Now, Queen of Wands in love and romance is someone who's very confident in their sexuality, confident in their attractiveness, confident in their appearance, confident in their ability to manifest love and romance. This is someone who's passionate and outgoing. Very magnetic. Could be an older woman, or it doesn't have to be a woman just because it's a queen. It could be that you're manifesting this kind of creative energy. Also, important to note that the Queen of Wands has very psychic, intuitive abilities as well. You're challenged by the King of Pentacles. Now, King of Pentacles in love and romance is a little different from King of Pentacles in general readings. In general readings, you know, it's a wonderful card to come up because there's a sign of commitment, because this king is very dedicated to the kingdom and to manifesting in the kingdom, to, you know, being benevolent and to nurture and help others grow and, you know, things along that nature. Very, very, you know, big picture kind of person who's trying to build an empire, build a kingdom. Now, when you come to love and romance, the problem with the King of Pentacles is that this is someone who's focused on primarily Pentacles, primarily on manifesting, you know, his own development and the development of the people that he cares about, and, you know, his work and career life, and possibly, you know, his community, things along that nature. Not so much someone who's led by the heart, right? This King of Pentacles in love and romance, it sometimes has a this feeling of someone who's like a wealthy aristocrat, and they don't quite know what they had until they lost it, right? And so you have all the money in the world, but you missed that opportunity. So here you are with the Queen of Wands, someone very attractive and someone who manifests. Very strong fire energy, very attractive. Now then you've got, the challenge was someone who did not value you for, you know, what you meant to them. You could have been their dream person, their dream mate. But, you know, they realized too late. And that was the challenge. In the conscious, you got Seven of Swords. So that means your mind... Sorry, excuse me a second. Peppermint, mint tea. In the mind, Seven of Swords is about being sneaky, deceit. It's also the card of that's called the Lord of Unstable Efforts. Now, swords are about, you know, the intellect, communication. In love and romance, it's not a good place to be coming from, generally speaking, right? You don't want to come with the ego or with the intellect or with, like, you know, you need to be coming from the heart, right? And then when you see Seven of Swords, there's some deceit and trickery and possibly cheating or manipulation. Someone is sneaking off with this Five Swords. There's two swords somewhere on the floor there. And I think the other person, there's a feeling that the other person kind of knows that there's this kind of, you know, taking away, or this kind of deceit a little bit. And they're just watching and they're waiting. It's like kind of like, you know, someone's doing something sneaky. You know they're cheating. You know they're doing something. It's not completely out there. You don't want to make a scene, but you're going to keep an eye out and you're going to bust them cold when the time comes up. Kind of vibe, okay? So that's where your head is at in the situation, or whoever this may be in the situation regarding you, Pisces, okay? On the foundation, you've got Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is your happily ever after, dream come true. Okay, whatever that dream come true is to you. So even though in the conscious there's some sneakery and deceit going on, underneath the surface you have pure intentions. There are pure intentions here, whether it be you or this person that you're dealing with. Ten of Cups speaks to, they really want to manifest and have the happily ever after with you, okay? The problem that I see is that when they had you, they didn't appreciate you. Or you didn't appreciate them when you had them, because you were too focused on your pentacles. In the recent past, I see Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is leaving a sad situation. Eight of Cups is not the Ten of Cups, right? Eight of Cups is where you guys have worked so much, you know, towards this loving relationship, and you're looking for something, whoever it is that walked away is looking for something more meaningful. Now you do see, right, there's Queen of Wands here and this kind of diminished looking Queen of Wands over here, right, with the same wand, but she's walking off here, right? That was the recent past. And you see this challenge with the King of Pentacles, and you see this challenge here with the deceit and sneakery, and then you see on the bottom here with this King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like so far when we're looking at this, there was some sneakery and deceit, but the intentions were good. Okay, they really wanted to manifest a happily ever after with you. The problem was that they didn't appreciate what they had until they lost it. And then you walked away and you left. Unless, you know, it resonates for you in the other way, which is they left you. Okay? Take it however it resonates for you. This is, you know, your situation, Pisces, a situation for you. I'm telling you all the different cards and what their meanings are, and you can see how that resonates for you with the players that are in your life, because you know your life better than I do, right? And then in the recent future, from walking away here, it's like unfinished business, but it's also this guy, this Eight of Cups is kind of this vibe of like, it's been a long time coming to walk away from the situation. Something that in this relationship was dragged out for a long time. For whatever reason, they tried to stick it out, but then, you know, it came to a point where like they had all their cups in order, stacked up neatly, and when it was time to go, look at the tranquil look on her face. It was just like, it's time to go, right? There's no other way. It's just a natural next phase now. I'm moving on. And then you go into the recent future with the King of Cups. There's a water energy, right, with Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. It's also called the King of Love, okay? So this King of Cups is someone who's very supportive, nurturing, loving. You know, they've mastered the cups, okay? The cups, suit of cups. Cups are all about the heart, your emotions. Sorry, I'm just letting this. Love, all those wonderful things. Now, so now this person has stepped up into a role of like, you know, basically stepping up to the plate. Whoever this person was in the past that didn't appreciate what they had, they know what they missed. And now they're coming into the recent future with their cups correct, right? But is it too late? You know, is it going to work out? Is there going to be a reconciliation? I don't know. Let's see. Here you are. This is you, Pisces. Okay, in you right now. This is the situation, recent past, recent future, you right now. Justice. Justice in love and romance, okay? There's that sword again of truth, clarity, and victory. Again with the air signs here. This is coming again from the intellect, kind of, right? Justice is about karmic retribution. It's about court matters, legal proceedings, prenups, marriage, you know, like it could represent balance that's needed. It could represent power and authority and a decision being made. In all these ways, you know, it's kind of saying whatever has happened, whatever went on between you and this other person, you're prepared to now be fair. You're very much in this like fair-minded kind of state where you're prepared to take responsibility for what you did right or wrong in the situation, and you're hoping that the other person will as well. Okay, so around you there's the Two of Swords. This woman over here with two options, two swords, two truths. Speaking to needing to make a decision, right? Whoever is around you needs to make a choice. Right now it's a stalemate, indecision. You see this new moon over here, right? Kind of like the new moon we have right now. It's not quite new, but yeah, it looks like it. So this person has to make a decision, a choice between possibly you and someone else, or you and her own, or his or her own self. Whether they choose to be single and go it alone. Whether they want to reconcile or don't want to reconcile, whatever the case may be, they have to make a choice. They're here, haven't decided yet. And then you've got hopes and fears, okay? So Pisces, in your hopes and fears position, you've got this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles generally speaks to being cut off, unreceptive, as you can see, holding on to those pentacles real tight. You see this and this? Okay, holding on to those pentacles really tight, it speaks to miserliness. It speaks to greed. Now, when you come to love and romance with the Four of Pentacles, where do you get this kind of feeling of being cheap, being greedy, you know, in love and romance? Well, it kind of translates into a lusty kind of energy, kind of like you have something at home, but you're being greedy. You know, you're looking at something else. You're looking at other options. You want more, and you're not willing to be receptive and open to what is what you already have. Like it's a possession, right? What you have is a possession and you still want more. You're not moving, but it also feels like, you know, you kind of have an eye out for other things. Okay, because miserliness and being cut off and being stingy kind of speaks to obviously being greedy. When you're greedy in love, it's like you've got these 4 pentacles, but you're greedy in love, so that means like you're still keeping an eye out. So in the hopes and fears, you may be afraid that this person is very like unattached, unreceptive, and, you know, has their focus mainly on just like, you know, completely on themselves. They're not looking to do anything with anybody, you know, and whatever they do, it would be on a very like mundane level of like not 10 of Cups stuff. It would be 4 of Pentacles, you know, coming at it from a material world point of view, not from a love and romance point of view. In the material way, like, you know, it's just for fun, passing time. Okay, so then you got the outcomes, 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is depression, desperation, anxiety. This situation's keeping you up at night and you're stressed out and you're racking your brain over it. And there's like just this kind of feeling like, you know, you can't sleep, you can't eat. It's just something that's got you completely caught up. And, you know, next is 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords will bring a brutal end to the situation. 9 of Swords, you're not quite there yet. But the good news is you almost are. You just have to take that little hop, skips, and you know, and go to that point. Now you see 7 of Swords and 9 of Swords right next to each other. This deception, this sneakery, whoever did this to you, or if you did this to them, this is what's keeping you up at night. Now, if this was you who did something sneaky, then you're feeling guilty about this, like, okay, well, how can I ever manifest something with this person now, because I know what I did and that it's not right. I know what I did wasn't right. Or flip it, it's like they did this to you and you're upset about it still. And then you have the King of Swords on the bottom. King of Swords, someone who's like a professional, comes at things with a very logical and reasonable kind of point of view, and not so mushy, right? Very cold and calculating, professional kind of type, right? High status. Again, could be an air sign like Aries, Libra, Gemini. Doesn't have to be. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, sorry. Doesn't have to be. But as you see here, you see like a 1, 2, 3 kings. 3 kings, 1 queen. Right? And the situation is this queen is a hotsy-totsy right there in the middle. Is that you, Pisces? Or is this you, Pisces? Right? We know definitely this is you, right? Because that's you in this situation and the outcome, right? But, and this is who's around you. 2 of Swords. An option. 2 people possibly, right? So maybe this person has to choose between you and someone else. Or you have to choose between this person or someone else. Now, I know people aren't going to like that, because I did a Pisces reading before. It was like all across the board. There was like 1 guy and 3 women, okay? I had to talk about it. They're like, you know, people didn't like it. But again, we're here and we see like the flip side of that. We see this 1 Queen of Wands. We see 3 kings. Maybe, you know, this is the King of Pentacles who's now realized what he lost, and he's coming at it from the heart now, right? Afraid, though, that the other person's not going to be receptive. But there's still this around the situation is 2 of Swords, 2 people, and a decision to be made, right? Between this person and this person. The only person here, though, in love and romance that's coming correct is this person. But anyways, let's clarify. Can we please get a Whispers of Love for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? For January 12th to the 18th. Okay, well, that was it. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So let me put this over here, actually. Yeah, let's put it here. It looks nice. Let me read you that. And on the bottom, we have... Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Okay. This is very short. Number 44. The need to feel loved and appreciated motivates how we will act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will benefit you, as you will find that this will only help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. Okay, so you're controlling, huh? Are you trying to control everything? So, next, let's pull one Romance Angels card. Is that what this sneakery is? The Seven of Swords? You're trying to like manipulate the situation? Doesn't end up well, you know, for you. If that's you, Pisces. Can we please get one Romance Angels card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of January 12th to the 18th, please? Three Kings, one Queen, with the 10 of Cups at the foundation. Whoa, look at that. Okay, that popped out, so I'm going to talk about it. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Interesting. Okay, let's talk about the bottom card, though. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That just speaks to whoever it is you've got your eye on, they're worth waiting for, right? Very self-explanatory. Let's talk about reconciliation. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, you're going to get back together, as you will see. Okay, so this card indicates that an ex-lover may be re-entering your life. The first person you think of is likely who it will be. The purpose of this reconciliation is to achieve healing and closure with respect to your past. You will understand more about yourself and see your relationship patterns more clearly. You'll also take responsibility for the role you played in the relationship's drama, which will free you from the tyranny of unforgiveness. Reconciliations are ultimately about taking care of unfinished business. This card could also possibly mean making peace with a family member or friend. Each relationship is a sacred learning experience, so be open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. Ultimately, all healings help your love life and every other part of your world. Now, we're specifically talking about love and romance, right? So it's saying here, for you, Pisces, this person from your past who's going to come back, right? This reconciliation is about achieving healing and closure, understanding more about yourself and your relationship patterns, taking responsibility for the role you played in the relationship's drama, freeing you from the tyranny of unforgiveness. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory, right, Pisces? It looks like, let's take a peek. Yep. Wow. It looks like this person is a very attractive person, whoever it is in the situation, okay? Pisces, it looks like there was sneakery, okay? And there was some deceit here, whether it be cheating or lying or, you know, manipulation, right? And it was talking about don't try to control everything, right? Maybe you were trying to be controlling. It's saying that right now you're the justice, right? In this position, you right now, you're taking responsibility. And I already mentioned that. Rewind the video, okay? You're taking responsibility for what happened in this relationship that went wrong. And I was telling you, right, about this King of Pentacles. Somebody who didn't know. They're focused on the Pentacle. They're focused on manifesting their, you know, material world. And they didn't know what they had until they lost you. Or you didn't know what you had until you lost them. Sorry, okay? Seems like it's going that way. I know you're not going to like hearing this. But whoever this is for, whichever Pisces this is for, it's saying that there's going to be peace and healing coming from this, okay? You're afraid that this person is not going to be receptive. But it will free you from this, okay? You can't live in the Nine of Swords energy for like years, right? You got to release yourself. So that's beautiful that you're going to have a reconciliation. Nine of Swords is like just, it's like taking, you know, Five of Cups to the max, okay? Just living in the past, feeling miserable about it. You're stressed out, like can't function. It's not a healthy place. It's not a healthy place for your mind to be at. But you have the purest of intentions here, right? This happily ever after card, 10 of Cups. So because of this, I feel that the reconciliation is going to happen. The other person is going to be receptive to, you know, being like, okay, you cared about me, I cared about you. It didn't work out. Let's make peace with this then. We had some good times. Well, let's not dwell on the ugly times. and appreciate what you learned from each other. This kind of feeling, right? I was saying to you, reconciliation does not mean you're going to get back together in this Romance Angels card. It could. I don't see that, though. It was generally speaking to reconciliations, you know, not even just between past love, but like, you know, family and friends, right? We're reading about love and romance. It feels like there's some old wound here that needs to be healed, needs to be, you know, cleaned, sewn up, you know, healed. This is what it feels like. So that was your reading, Pisces, okay? I'm sorry that it wasn't more exciting, but that was the reading for January 12th to the 18th. Good news is it's only 1 week, 7 days. Big whoops. All right, so please check in again for your other readings. I'm going to have general readings and, you know, at some point. And then please check in for your other weekly readings after this, okay? So take care. Have a wonderful week. Looks good. Don't worry about it. It's only 7 days. Bye, Pisces.